Hello everybody, welcome to the Frontier Preppers channel. My name is Billy and today we're going to talk about food prices. Do you think food prices are going to go down or they're going to go up? Before that, if you don't mind, please make sure you hit the notification. A lot of folks are complaining that they don't get the notifications. If you're not subscribed, look up our content and see whether or not you like it. You may get something out of it. And if you do, make sure to give the thumbs up. It does help the channel grow. So, without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. Can we see prices going up in the future? Or we will see prices going down in the future? I gotta tell you that my hopes for the prices to go down are not non-existing, to tell you the truth. I think prices will continue to go higher and higher by the day. We know what's going on in the world. We know that we have a energy crisis. This is no hoax. This is truth. If you don't believe me, if you want me to put a tie on so you can believe me, because apparently now unless you have a shoe and tie on, then you don't believe other folks. I can get it tied on every time that I do this type of videos. That way I might be more believable, if you will. But nonetheless, again, Billy being facetious here. I don't see the prices going down. If it costs more to produce something, there's no way that you're going to reduce the price. Somebody has to pay for that, and that somebody will be you and I. Therefore, the prices will not go down unless we hit a new energy source and we now have an abundance of energy that we don't know what to do with, and we can miraculously, change all the vehicles from fossil fuel to something new in 24 hours, then I don't see how can we do that, to tell you the truth. I'm being honest here. I'm being honest. Now, if they cannot go down, they're going to go up. I venture to say that we're going to see more than double by next year. We are getting close to winter. And as closer and closer that we get to winter, the more and more people are going to realize that, oh my goodness, we don't have anything. We got to go get some more. We got to go get some rice. We got to get some beans. We got to get some meat. We got to get provisions that we do not have. We don't have provisions at all because we have been too lazy to prepare. Now, that's not for y'all, because you all have been preparing. At least I hope so. But chaos is going to be in the streets. Don't believe me? Just wait for it. It will happen. When chaos happens, well, inevitably, the government gets involved. I have yet to see a single time in history, one single time, that the government gets involved and don't screw things up even worse. A single instinct. So, government soon enough, when they sees this crisis, and depends on what crisis they're in at that moment, because apparently every week or every day we now have a new crisis, but that's besides the point. They're going to intervene, and they're probably going to put the cap on how much you can charge for things. That's going to open up a black market. Now, for those of you who don't know what a black market is you selling your car to another individual. That is a black market. Pretty much. I'm just dumbing it down as best as I can. Any private transaction, it is black market because the government is not involved. you are not being controlled. You doing your transaction instead of fiat currency in silver, that is black market transactions. Don't believe me? Okay, don't. That's the way we did it in Cuba. That's all we had, a black market. That's it. If you're thinking a flea market with, or like The Walking Dead with a whole bunch of people in there and you go buy stuff, that's just movies. That's not the truth. Don't ignore that. That's not the way it's gonna be. Everything is gonna be hush hush, person to person, mouth to mouth. You're not gonna have advertisers or anything like that. So keep that in mind. Food will be so expensive that if there are two people working, one will have to quit to attend to their garden, because it will be more feasible for that person to stay home, guard the garden, because there will be others looking to steal whatever you have in the ground. That's going to happen. If you have animals, you're going to become the warden of those animals, because others will try to steal it, because they're going to be so expensive that guess what? That fiat currency is not going to be enough. Now, if this is not enough, there have been talks here and there about a digital currency. If that happens, let me give you a quick story. In 1995, if my memory serves me right, or 1994, can't remember the exact year, but Cuba legalized the dollars, meaning that Cuba now was allowed to have two currencies at one. What happened was the government wanted dollars. They didn't want local monies. They want dollars because the economy was crashing, and they need a new blood transfusion. So that's what they want. The dollar collapsed the national money system. Collapsed it completely. Consequently, a single egg was 10 Cuban pesos, which a dollar, which 10 Cuban pesos for an egg, that's ridiculous, considering that a doctor gets paid 400 pesos a month. A dollar was the equivalent of 130 pesos at one time. In fact, at one time it went as high as 160 pesos. When you do the math, now you're having doctors working for $4 a month. I want to emphasize on this. $4 a month. Don't believe me? Do your research. I'm here to tell you the truth based on what I live. If you don't believe me, that is completely up to you. Imagine that the US puts a new currency and says, we're going to be using this digital dollar now, because this is better than the old mighty dollar. Well, the old mighty dollar essentially is a debt note. There's nothing. There's not backing on anything. It's nothing. It's a piece of paper. It's not even worth the paper that it's printed in. Now you're switching over to a new currency. What do you think that paper money is going to happen? Same thing that happened in Cuba. Exactly the same thing. The economy will collapse. A gallon of milk will be $20, if not more. You will be restricted to buy whatever they allow you to buy. Your jobs are not going to keep up with inflation. You will be in lame terms, screw. I hope that I'm wrong. I am hoping that I am wrong. I really am. But I had lived through this once, and the signs are there. So hopefully you are preparing. Make sure to do your garden. We have shown how to grow food inside your house. We are going with a good size garden next year because it will be unaffordable to buy anything at the stores. Hopefully you'll have a great one, like I was struck on, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye, everybody.